Well, here we are in the shop, and we've got to be with Scott's very favorite car.
Well, I guess so. Gullwings, I've been doing them for 30-some years now, and it's, what can you say? There's just nothing like it. The beautiful cars, and it's a privilege to be able to work on them.
Scott, this is fantastic.
This one is since it was in museum storage almost from the get-go. It was unveiled in 1955 at the Turin Auto Show. The next big thing was turbine power.
Yeah.
Everybody was talking about it after the war and the jet aircraft, and that was the big thing. And tail fins was obvious that the signature styling cue for the decade of the 50s was going to be the tail fin. And so Chrysler was known for good machinery, but kind of stodgy designs. So they got a new head of design at Chrysler Corporation in 1953, a guy by the name of Virgil Exner. Yeah. And he said, let's jazz things up a little bit. Let's see if we can sell some cars. He was a form follows function kind of a guy, and so he didn't want to just put tail fins on a car for no reason. If they were going to be there, they had to follow, had to serve some purpose. And the Chrysler 300s that they were racing at Daytona and other places with the big Hemis in 1955 were able to approach speeds of, well, I think they did in excess of 140 miles an hour. Yeah, and they had some problems with the cars because when you get going that fast and you don't take into account aerodynamics, yeah, you can have some big problems. And these tail fins, what they actually do at speed is they create, it's like if you're looking at a sail. If a sail is bigger on one side and smaller on the other, well, you're going to get more when the wind hits it from the side. It's going to push it more one way or another. So the issue at speed is the center of pressure on an automobile. This was built in a wind tunnel. Turin,
it looks like it, yeah.
It was tested extensively in a wind tunnel, this shape, at a 5th scale model. It was used on, especially you see the 57 Chryslers, that whole 57 line has these, I remember when we saw them when I was a kid, it was like, holy smoke, is that cool. It's an unusual looking car.
It is that.
And it's a double whammy. When you start it up, it also has a gas turbine engine. Sounds like you're at the airport. Just under damage to your ears as far as sound. So
well, I think that was part of the problem with the turbine.
Well, there was some noise issues. Really, the issue with the turbines was a turbine engine works, on petrochemicals. It can work on just about anything. This will run on anything from perfume to diesel. It's a different technology, and I don't think that anybody was willing to make the commitment at that time to completely change their industry and retool for a completely different technology. So that's probably more than anything, and it may be the same with the electric car.
This is just such a great spot. You've got them all tucked in. You've got...
Yeah, well, at a certain point you have to say enough. I mean, we can't get the other cars in the shop. So it's, we have the garage up at the house, and it's full of cars, and we've got behind here there's other rooms that have cars in them, and some more prototypes, and so it just, enough's enough, I guess. I don't know.
Well, you're certainly caring for these, you're doing more than preserving history here. You're making sure that it's that it'll be around. And well, we love the shop. Thank you so much for the tour in there. It was very educational as well. I really enjoyed it.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
Anytime, Barnaby.